Hey everyone, welcome into a special commitment edition of the Recruiting Roundup. You've seen him before, Gavin Geweniger, the Chaparral defensive lineman. He's been on the Roundup a time or two, maybe now is number 3, but it's the most exciting one because you're announcing your commitment. So Gavin, take it away. Where are you going?
Yeah, so I will be going to Stanford University.
You have told me time and time again, it is your dream school. So what
Right.
is it about Stanford that excited you, and how does it feel knowing you're going to your dream school?
Yeah, no, it's awesome. Obviously I've worked my whole life for this opportunity and this is only the start, but there's a few things that really stood out to Stanford, like with Stanford, like you mentioned. It's been a dream school my whole life. My sister went to UCLA, so I've always had interest in those California schools. And, I feel like Stanford's the best of the best. So a dream school my whole life. And then also the defense they play, I feel like is really compatible with my play style. They switched to a 4-3, I believe in 2021. And that's, something that I feel like I can fit into very well. So not only it was in my dream school my whole life, but it's also kind of exactly the position I want to play. So things just kind of the stars aligned, I guess. Me and Coach Anderson, from the start, have built an awesome relationship. And he's came down to Chaparral a few times and seen me in person. And then when I went out there on my visit, it really stuck out to me, the relationship we built, and it was really something special. So that's another, huge reason that I'm committing to Stanford. Me and Coach Anderson, I feel like are making a great pair.
All right, you've mentioned that California, you've got family out there already. How excited is your family that you're going to be playing in California? Kind of just, it's not a short drive away. We're not talking LA here, but you do have
Right.
family there. So what's it like from that aspect?
Yeah, no, they're so proud. I've said, for the longest time I want to go to Stanford, and that just seems like such a crazy school. A lot of people kind of brushed it off for the longest time, but now, it becoming reality, everyone's super proud, super excited. So just so thankful for the opportunity to make it happen.
So I've got to ask because I think generally you think, okay, when someone gets an offer from their dream school, it's a done deal. That's where you're going. But
Right.
clearly you actually took some time to really weigh out your options. So how did you go about thinking about all of your options, knowing that your dream school was in the mix and still stay level-headed about it?
Right. Yeah, no. So I still Stanford offered me at the beginning of June. Actually on June 1st, they offered me. And then later in the month of June, I took all my official visits. And so I really wanted to get on campus, see the schools, meet the coaches in person, kind of feel the atmosphere in the programs. And that was really the most important thing in my decision. And I actually went to Stanford. I don't know if we talked about this previously, but I actually didn't take an official visit to Stanford. I just went out there unofficially. And so I was only on campus for about a day right before the end of the recruiting period. And that's kind of all it took. I was only on campus for 6 or 7 hours, but it totally blew me away.
And you mentioned that on this unofficial visit, we did talk about this before, that you actually took some time to meet with one of the professors from the business school, which was kind of different than things that you had done on even your official
Yeah.
visit. So I know that the education aspect of going to Stanford was really important to you. So when you got to see the football side of it and the school and academic side of it, how would you describe it as a blend, for anyone else that might be interested
Yeah.
in thinking about Stanford?
Yeah, super special. I don't think there's anything else like it in all the schools. I don't think any school took academics, as seriously as a school like Stanford does. So, and I feel like Stanford really attracts kind of the right kind of kids and the kids that I want to be teammates with. People that excel both in the classroom and on the field. It's something I've kind of worked towards my whole life.
All right, this is not me inserting myself, but I've got to say that campus is stunning. I have been on it. I have a friend that went to Stanford. I mean, what did it feel like stepping foot onto that campus, knowing that this is truly an option for you?
Yeah, no, it felt surreal, like you were saying. I mean, just the amount of weight even the name Stanford holds, and then going to a campus and seeing it. I mean, totally, like I said, blew me away. I mean, in my opinion, I really could have committed like the second I stepped on campus. I mean, it was really that special. But like you were saying, I, really took time to weigh my options, talk with my family, and find the best fit for me, and ended up being Stanford, which is awesome.
Okay, so it's your dream school. Does that mean that you had been to a Stanford football game growing up? Have you been to campus beforehand, or was your unofficial visit your first taste of it all?
Yeah, so it was actually my first time being there, actually being in the San Francisco area. I'd just previously been around San Diego and LA, visiting my sister and stuff. But I grew up, one of my favorite football players to watch, and when I was growing up was Andrew Luck when he played over at Stanford, and then Christian McCaffrey soon after. So for a couple of years there, really when I was starting to watch football really seriously, Stanford was kind of the team to watch, and so I've grown up loving Stanford ever since.
I'm curious, you played alongside Anthony Lucas while you were at Chaparral. He was really highly recruited. Now he's at Texas A&M. What did you take away from how he approached his recruiting process, if anything?
Yeah, no, I think he handled it really well and gave me a great example, someone to follow behind because he did the same thing. I mean, he took, I think, probably 10 visits by the end of it before he made his decision. So, he didn't just kind of hop on a hype train. He really took his time, kind of weighed everything out and, made his decision and he stuck with it. And he's helped me a lot throughout this whole recruiting process, even back when I got my first offer from Colorado State, I was freaking out calling him over the phone, and now even my commitment day, he's still with me, giving me advice, helping me out, and it's just awesome. I'm super thankful for him.
Did you go to him for advice, and was there any piece of advice that stuck with you?
Yeah, no, so it's kind of tough on these visits, right? Because they just lay out the red carpet, they show you everything you want to see, they take you out to the best restaurants, stuff like that. But he from the start had always told me, try to see through that, try to see, when you're living here for 5 years, will you be happy? Will you connect with the coaches? Will you connect with the players? Just not the prettiest place, right? It's just a lot of things you have to take into account. And he helped me out a lot with that.
All right, now that your decision is done, you're going to Stanford. What are you most looking forward to this season at Chaparral?
Looking forward to winning another state championship. That's the goal. So that's a huge reason why I wanted to commit before the start of my senior season, so I could really, focus and dial in on our season, get our team as ready as possible before we make another run at it this year.
How does this all feel right now?
Totally surreal, so it's pretty interesting with Stanford. A big part of the game is you actually have to submit a formal application, wait to hear back, and so that you've been accepted. And so about last week, I think last Thursday, Coach Shaw gave me the call, let me know I'd been accepted. And even then, it still doesn't feel real saying I've been accepted into Stanford, but I think it'll really hit me when I pick the hat this Saturday.
All right, well, I'll close out with this. Is there anybody that you want to take some time to thank for their help throughout your recruiting process, or just to get you in this position that you're in today?
Yeah, I can thank so many people, but obviously my mom, dad, brothers, sisters, family comes first, sticking with me through everything. I want to thank my coaches, even back when I used to play in South Lake, Texas, growing up, all my youth coaches out there really helped me fall in love with the game of football and learn the basic skills to really excel. And then moving out to Arizona, I want to thank, the whole Chaparral football community for welcoming me with open arms. Coach Zoo, Coach Barnes have helped me tremendously throughout this entire process and really made me the football player I am today. And so, I'm just so thankful for everyone who's helped.
Well, Gavin, congratulations on behalf of the whole Sports 360 AZ team. I know we'll be following along when you get out to Stanford, and best of luck in this upcoming season.
Awesome. Thank you so much.